LCISD English Grade 7, Unit 4A, Informational Text and Connections, 2016-2017. Number 1. The purpose for reading Keeping Kids in Sports is to A. Be informed, B. Be entertained, C. Learn rules and laws, D. Learn how to perform a task. Number 2. The author organizes the selection by F. Identifying the causes of pressure on students in sports and showing how it impacts students, G. Listing kids who play sports into 3 categories, H. A sequential order explaining how students sign up for sports, J. Comparing kids in sports with other kids in school. Number 3. What does the word nemesis mean in paragraph 4? A. Accompanying idea, B. Difficult to conquer rival, C. Prize for accomplishment, D. Mark of courage. Number 4. Choose the best word to complete this analogy. Player is to team as student is to F. Class, G. People, H. City, J. Game. Number 5. Paragraph 2 is mainly about A. How millions of kids play sports of all kinds, B. How many kids drop out of sports because the pressure is too much and it's no longer fun, C. How lots of kids love sports just for the fun of being with friends, D. How there are lots of good reasons to stay in sports. Number 6. In reducing this passage to its essential parts, an outline for paragraph 3 may include A. Reasons kids drop out of sports. 1. Pressure to win. 2. Parents and coaches have unrealistic expectations. 3. Blank. What information best completes the blank? F. Participating in a sport only for social reasons. G. Students don't like to lose. H. Game is no longer fun. J. Unrealistic comparisons to other athletes. Number 7. Read the dictionary entry below. Break. 1. To come apart or split into pieces. 2. To start abruptly. 3. To become known or published. 4. To escape. Which definition best fits the meaning of broke as it is used in paragraph 5? A. Definition 1, B. Definition 2, C. Definition 3, D. Definition 4. Number 8. Which of these conclusions about the boy is supported by paragraph 5? F. The boy got tired of the pressure from his dad. G. The boy played something other than baseball. H. The boy hated his father. J. The boy was a terrible athlete. Number 9. In paragraph 9, the phrase dry periods means A. Periods without rain, B. Times when no progress is made, C. Times where there are no games played, D. Time of hopelessness. Number 10. Which sentence expresses the central idea of the selection? F. Parents put pressure on their kids. Therefore, their kids stay on the teams. G, kids should focus on the process of being on a team. Therefore, they are satisfied even if they are not superstars. H, coaches have unrealistic expectations. Therefore, their teams have fun playing the game. J, the end product of the sport is the key. Therefore, winning builds character. Number 11. If a 7th grader complains in an online blog post that he wants to quit soccer because his dad is putting too much pressure on him, then the boys' blog and Keeping Kids in Sports would have the same A theme, B point of view, C writing style, D type of text. Number 12. Choose the best summary for this passage. F. Research indicates that sports can be a valuable activity for kids. 20 million youngsters a year sign up for sports such as hockey, baseball, soccer, and other competitive sports, yet only 30% of them continue with the sport on into high school. The kids who play sports make better grades and behave better in school. G. Although research indicates all the advantages of having kids participate in sports, most of them drop out of the activities by the time they reach age 13. The reason most kids discontinue sports is pressure from their parents, their peers, and especially themselves. Rather than focusing on being a star, kids and parents alike should emphasize the fun and the learning processes involved in simply participating in sports and reaping the benefits. H. Dr. Harold Burnett, a sports psychologist, sees many examples of why kids quit sports. Often, their parents are applying too much pressure by trying to create a superstar. One dad ruined baseball for his son by making him practice so much that he grew to hate the game. The boy ended up quitting the sport altogether and probably resented his father's behavior. J. Sports can have a wonderful impact on kids' lives. Parents should stress the process of being on a team and having fun rather than ending up a superstar. Kids have to learn the skills, learn the rules, and learn sportsmanship by knowing how to lose, as well as how to win. Kids who focus on the fun and the process are more likely to stay with the sport. 13. Which of the following correctly completes the table? Factual claim, Roman numeral 1 and 3, opinion 2, parents would be wise to emphasize the process rather than the end product. A. 1. 20 million kids a year register to play sports. 2. Research in the 1990s showed that kids who stay in sports tend to stay in school. 3. Keeping kids in sports is a worthwhile goal. B. 1. 20 million kids a year register to play sports. 2. Keeping kids in sports is a worthwhile goal. 3. Research in the 1990s showed that kids who stay in sports tend to stay in school. C. 1. Keeping kids in sports is a worthwhile goal. 2. 10 million kids a year register to play sports. 3. Treat all kids with respect and avoid put-downs. D. 1. Pressure is a big nemesis. 2. Students have growth spurts that affect their coordination. 3. Patience and support are critical. 14. According to the information in How to Improve in Baseball, what are 2 strategies that can help one improve across many parts of the game? F. Practice and study books by authorities. G. Practice and go to games. H. Study books by authorities and go to games. J, go to campus and games. Number 15. What does the word visualize mean in paragraph 6? A, to think, B, to see, C, to hear, D, to move. Number 16. Based on this selection, what is the most important part of being good at baseball? F, conditioning, G, hitting, H, catching, J, knowing the field. 17. The images included in this selection are most likely to A, show the proper form to practice, B, provide more interest in the text, C, add humor to the passage, D, both A and B are correct. Number 18. What would be the result of replacing the graphic in step 3 with this graphic? F, it would add much needed detail to the text. G, it would detract from the information tone of the piece. H, it would make the passage easier to read. J, it would help the reader understand what defense is. 19. The image accompanying paragraph 5 is included in this selection to indicate that a student of the game would need to A, know the shape of a baseball diamond, B, be able to label the parts of the field, C, know the parts of the field in order to make strategic decisions quickly, D, like trivia about baseball parks. On the next selection of the test is the revising and editing, and that part is not allowed to be read to you. Do your best. Good luck.